She's welcoming us with open arms. She's even willing to share that tasty morsel with us. What an honor.
Hurry up and chow down, mister. Unless you like your breakfast stale.
What an amazing place. I've been on top of the moon since the moment I got here. And the name of this wonderful town, Le Carre. Sounds like French.
It sounds like French, he says.
What does
but
it
I'm
mean?
not sure.
I'm the chef, David. If you want to know about the town, you'd better ask the concierge. Only amateur chefs flap their gums about stuff that ain't food related.
David Juara, the chef.
Did you hear that, Zach? He's a true professional.
You say something, mister?
No, not to you. I was just talking to Zach.
Zach?
Please don't ask me about Zach. It's a private matter.
If you say so, still. Never thought the FBI would ever come out to a little old town like ours.
I do work for the FBI, but I didn't come here for an investigation. I just happened to stop by on my way to New Orleans.
Never thought there'd be a murder out here either. And it was a 16-year-old kid. Now I tell you, this country seen better days. What you reckon, mister?
Zach, he's definitely a professional, but it seems like he's also a bit lonesome. That's good. Ambivalence exists everywhere.
Folks say the killer used an axe. Hell of an old-fashioned choice, if you ask me.
Actually, Chef David, if you don't mind, I'd like to ask you a few questions about the incident.
Well, shoot. I ain't the one you ought to be asking, Mr. FBI.
He did literally just say
I only heard what I heard.
he talks about
But
food.
seeing
Doesn't
as you
talk about much
fixin' to
else.
grill me, I can tell you what I know.
Please do. I appreciate it.
I like to think David was like, okay, I gotta tie it into food somehow. Grill. Okay, now it's technically sort of about food. Let's start with that. Always
the
good to
local
check on your
law
local law
enforcement
enforcement
investigating
and
the
see
case?
what they're up to.
Shoot, mister, what you think? Now, I told you this ain't no city. We in the Bonafide boondocks here.
Oh, that's really interesting because like one of York's first lines in Deadly Premonition 1 is these things are taking us to another town in the boondocks again, which doesn't really make sense because it's in Washington State and that's you don't refer to that as the boondocks usually. But if we have the red tree and the red seeds in this case, that's a really cool tie-in to that like opening line from Deadly Premonition 2. That's really cool.
They got to know how to break up fights and keep folks from killing each other when they pissed you off. They sit down and talk it out with you heart to heart. And when that don't work, they just beat your ass. That's the Deep South for you. This murder ain't like that, though. A little kid got killed. A weird way. Like something on the TV show.
But not like Twin Peaks. This game isn't anything like that.
The sheriff's department ain't never seen nothing like this.
What do you know about why would you ask? I will ask it, but it seems like a non sequitur to talk
You said
about
the
New
victim
Orleans.
was a 16-year-old. Did you know her?
Well, sure. I reckon the whole town did.
Meaning?
She's Lise Clarkson, the little grandbaby of the Clarkson family.
The Clarkson family?
That's right. You ain't seen they sign on your way in here? The one above that huge cold storage complex. Should've had a dragonfly on it. Anyway, that's the Clarkson family.
They have a family seal?
They own most of the land around here. From the sugar plantations right down to the food
Oh,
processing.
no wonder local law enforcement is interested in making sure they figure out what happened to this 16-year-old girl. It's because it's the family that owns all the sugar plantations.
Yeah, I reckon they got a stake in just about everything. They even own the water tower on the edge of town, you know? They're the ones who built up this town, and they still support it.
What do you know about the Clarksons' house?
Now, I ain't got nothing bad to say, but I'm gonna talk straight to you. You best get clear of that place. That family ain't just some gang. They're a whole different kind of beast. They folks with real power. Remnants of the good old boys who shaped America in the early days.
I don't know if Swery has shaped up on American history. I am interpreting this to mean the Clarksons are descended from slave owners. I'm curious to see if the story will actually, like, go all out with that. But, like, yeah, big rich white family who owns plantations still and is living in a huge giant house that the locals are like, don't go near there. It's effed up there. That's a more in-depth take on a Louisiana town than I expected from a Japanese writer. So let's see where it goes.
Especially the head of the family, P.J. Clarkson. He's the kind of monster who goes around eating other monsters.
Might be jumping to a few conclusions there, but I'm interested to see where it goes.
And I'm sure he's on edge now with his granddaughter getting murdered and all.
You know, I think he would be when your granddaughter gets murdered. I would also probably be on
So
edge.
don't go barging in with that shiny FBI badge of yours and think you'll be safe enough. Things are different down here. So if you plan on sticking around, you best remember that.
I see. I'll keep that in mind. When you say it was like something from a TV show, what exactly do you mean?
They found her dead, wrapped in plastic.
Hey, mister, why do you look so excited?
Oh my lord, if York drops an actual Twin Peaks reference here, I'm gonna effing lose it.
Like a kid asking grandma to read him a fairy tale.
I just can't seem to keep myself away from young women who died in bizarre ways.
I ain't seen it with my own eyes. But folks say they found the body hanging under a bridge on the bayou.
Hanging?
And under that bridge, there was some
She was killed with an axe and an altar, so probably...
An altar?
I don't know, we'll see.
like something they use in black magic. Something horrible.
Voodoo?
Nah, wasn't nothing like that. Just a weird altar.
That's all?
Oh, and the body was all cut
Also-
up in pieces. Scattered around the altar like.
Okay, so this is really interesting, because Aaliyah was saying they hadn't found the body until 2018. So what I'm getting from this is the body is going to go missing at some point in this flashback, like, section
So she
of the
was
game.
sacrificed.
That's what the fella who discovered her said, yeah.
Bingo, Zach. This case has got our names all over it.
I love sacrifice stuff.
Live and Let Die, Angel Heart, and The Pelican Brief, right? 9 out of 10 people will name those titles when you ask them to think of a film set in New Orleans.
Fair enough. I probably would have said Live or Let Die, which... Oh boy. Oh boy. That's all I'll say about Live or Let Die.
They're all excellent
Live and Let Die.
movies, but to me they lack realism.
That is true. I also don't know if I would call it
Due to
excellent.
my line of work, I have a tendency to think deeply about what feels real and what doesn't.
What's your point?
Cat People.
I have seen Cat People.
That's my point.
Is
Cat
that New
People,
Orleans? I forgot about that.
1982, directed by Paul
Oh,
Schrader.
no, York, not the remake. No. No.
Crowning achievement of Nastasia Kinski, the ultimate muse of the 80s. The most vital element of that movie is the reality it depicts.
Perhaps it is a completely different thing, but the Cat People I know is from the 40s.
Leopards who turn into humans have
Nope, that's
intercourse with
definitely
humans
the
and
same
turn
story.
back into leopards. Then they can only turn back into humans again if they mutilate their lovers.
I don't remember that part, but that tracks. I probably shouldn't be talking crap about the remake. I haven't seen it. I know the 40s one.
I was
better.
awestruck by the sheer reality of it all.
Lord York.
Understand? I'm talking about hyper-realism. After watching it, I felt like I just had to experience the world of Cat People for myself.
And that's why I found someone who would give me this giant scratch on my face.
That's why I decided to visit New Orleans.
Okay.
Another vital element of Cat People is the presence of Malcolm McDowell. Malcolm McDowell from Blue Thunder. Talk about a masterpiece. Listen carefully, David. Only an amateur would call A Clockwork Orange his best movie.
I haven't even seen any other Malcolm McDowell movies, and I agree with that statement. I effing hate Clockwork Orange.
His best movies are Cat People and Blue Thunder.
Oh, you didn't like the Silent Hill movie, York?
Period. You need to remember this, because it's the truth.
Whatever you say, mister. So, what's your point again?
Never mind, don't worry about it.
I didn't even ask about New Orleans!
I already covered all the important parts.
Oh, he's such an a-hole.
By the way, Mr. FBI, I ain't seen a car in the parking lot. How'd you get all the way out here, huh? Don't tell me you walked.
Well, that's a very good question.
I actually jogged, but only a little bit at a time because I can't breathe well.
Chef David, you've got a sharp eye. It's true that I didn't park my car in your parking lot.
I crashed it.
Do you know why?
Can't say I do.
Did you crash it on the way here, York?
Because it was stolen.
Okay.
Huh? But you with the FBI, right?
Even FBI cars can be stolen. It could happen after you park your car on the side of the road and go off to do some legwork. When you're eating lunch, when you're watching a movie, when you're asleep at night, when you're buying cigarettes at the local supermarket. Your car can be stolen anywhere. That's precisely what it means to be an FBI agent.
I mean, technically that's true of everybody, not just FBI
In my
agents.
case, my car was stolen while I was on my way down here. But no need to worry. I already reported it to the local authorities. And I've also already acquired another mode of transportation.
Then why did you ask about getting around town?
Another mode?
Want to hear the details?
Not really. But I'll listen if you want.
I love you, David. You're great.
Then please do. After I finished my work in Houston...
Oh, he's in
flew to New
Houston.
Orleans.
Okay.
Then, I rented a car at the airport. Whenever I visit the West Coast, I always rent a convertible,
You're not on the West Coast, York.
especially in California. But now I'm in
Okay,
hot,
he's saying
sticky
in
Louisiana.
different- Okay.
So, I decided on a brand new hybrid car with a fully equipped air conditioning system.
I have no idea about car history. Did they have hybrid cars in 2005? I feel like those are pretty recent.
A hybrid car.
Oh yes, they're marvelous. Vehicles that
maybe
utterly
they were
defy
brand new at the
everything you
time.
think you know about cars. Now, in the year 2005, it feels like we finally entered the 21st century. Stomp down on the gas all you want. The engine won't make a sound.
It's silent?
At first, I felt like the landscape was moving past me on its own. Give it a few more years, and I'm sure we'll start seeing cars that run purely on electricity.
F off, swear. You can't do that. You can't be like, look how smart York is, predicting things that are happening now. You can't, whatever, it's fine. It's
Who
fine.
knows? In a decade or so, electric sports
Shut up,
cars may
York!
end up lining the parking lots of Silicon Valley.
Shut up, Sweary. You can't just...
I can see it now. It's the world of The Last Starfighter, 1984, directed by Nick Castle. It's famous for being the first film to utilize realistic CG, but I couldn't care less about that. See, I was mesmerized by the beautifully refined mech designs.
Were those in CG? Because if that's the case, you should probably care about the fact that
It
it's
even
CG.
made me wish that I could be one of them myself. Especially the Gunstar spacecraft. No other sci-fi movie has ever had...
So, where'd your hybrid car get stolen?
Sorry, I got off topic. I noticed it was missing after I finished my lunch and walked out of the diner. Incidentally, this diner was located at the entrance to a small town just south off the I-10. I went out to get back in it, but my hybrid car was nowhere to be found. I remembered exactly where I parked it, right between a blue pickup truck and a hedgerow. But when I came back from lunch, it had completely vanished. In short, someone stole it. And in its place, they left me this.
What?
A skateboard.
Oh my
A
lord, are we gonna be
skateboard?
skateboarding around Deadly
Yes.
Premonition too?
While I was sliding my lunch into my stomach, someone was busy replacing my brand new hybrid car with a wooden board attached to 4 wheels. Remarkable, don't you think?
So then how did you get here?
By riding the skateboard, obviously. Why do you look so surprised?
Who knows, David? In 15 years, maybe Tony Hawk will have developed a video game franchise around one of these things, and it will make a big comeback in 2020. No one will see it coming.
No, I couldn't ride the board very well at first. But by the time I hit the 3-mile mark, I'd more or less gotten the hang of it. By the 10-mile mark, I'd even learned to do a few tricks.
I
It's a journey
am
of
remembering now I read
self-discovery.
somewhere you can skateboard in this game.
Not even I knew I had this latent talent sleeping inside me.
Latent talent, that's good, like, not wordplay, but I don't know, putting latent talent together because you just switch the T and the L, I like that. I'm gonna steal that for my own writing. There's probably some writing
This
term.
summer's gonna be another hot one. It's supposed to get over 95 today. Watch out you don't go getting heat stroke.
The Lise Clarkson case needs us. Don't you think so, Zach? The cat people are what guided us to New Orleans. We should be thanking Malcolm McDowell once we get home. Let's watch Blue Thunder again. I'm already looking forward to it. Aren't you, Zach? Zach, the searing light. These scents. It's the deep south. That was a fabulous breakfast.
Did he even take a
You're the
bite?
world's greatest chef.
Wait, mister.
Wait, York isn't prone to, like, exaggerating with his compliments. That's a big deal.
You didn't take a single bite.
Ah, it's true.
The tea was to die for. But I'd prefer coffee next time. What would a morning be without coffee?
I actually really appreciate that, of, like, I would prefer coffee, but also, this was really good tea. That's a very polite way to say, to make a request for later. Cracking open the case, return to York's room and review the case. What is this jog? Oh, I can bump into people. Excuse me. This is quite the buffet. Man, rest in peace, buffets. This is probably the last time I'm gonna see one in a work of fiction. It appears I cannot just talk to people. I can't believe I'm playing a Deadly Premonition game. This is so weird. I actually have to pee. I wonder if I can... Oh. I'm just gonna play with the controls a little bit here. We got a crouch. Okay, a recenter button. Whoa! 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 Wait, I already pressed plus. Plus allows you to enter the red room, in which you can view the journal, the inventory, the map, the configuration, the title screen, the album, the guidebook, the data, and the link board. Okay, we found the pause screen, so now I can go pee. We'll get back to this in a second. Okay, so I'm effing loving this game. It's interesting in the mythos that York can retreat into the red room still as the pause screen. Although I guess this is, since this is pre anything that happened to Deadly Premonition 1, it would just be the same status quo. It does look different, which is interesting. In fact, in Deadly Premonition 1, we saw like the deer head that was in the Galaxy of Terror. And here we see the tree. So it seems like the red room adapts to wherever York is. That's really cool. Looks like for now we can only really do 3 things. Oh no, we go. This is fun. This is really cool. But we're good for now. It's fascinating because D4 also operates on like a track system, so it seems like Deadly Premonition or the sequel thing in Boston operates very similar to D4. Not just in gameplay, but also the fact that it's taking place in Boston. That's just really interesting, and that seems like all the stuff happening before. The controls are different from Deadly Premonition 1, but it seems like it is a lot more close to how it was back in the first game. Also, I'm going into this just pretending I'm playing like a very, like, one of the first 360 or PS3 games. Because, like, the graphics and frame rate are obviously not great, but it's an effing Deadly Premonition game. And if that's the reason people are giving this bad reviews, F off. Do wish I had a sprint. I will go ahead and already say that. Whoa! Whoa, you were going nuts there for a second. Let's see if we can replicate that. Yep, yeah. Ooh, it seems like the camera tries to adjust as best as it can, but I saw that. I saw it. You can't hide it from me forever. At one point, I'll be able. I will be able to. Can't stop me. That is actually decent programming. It seems like the camera refuses to stay within York's brain, but look, I got in there for a second there. That being said, still not nearly as bad as the glitches I found in the first 3 minutes of Dead Space 3. So, we got coffee. Okay, so it seems like those mechanics are pretty similar. With we need to take care of our drowsiness and stuff like that. This is a real nice hotel. Also, is Swery just gonna flex on everybody again? Yeah, look at that! Working mirror! Huge working mirror! I also saw the eyeball again. At one point, I'll be able to have the camera stay on the eyeballs. I don't know how to get to the actual title screen. Whoa! Whoa! Yo! Just punch him. And it seems like my strength recovers pretty easily, so that's good. Yeah, let him have it, York. Oh yeah, get those katas in. Get the. I mean, it's not a traditional martial arts. This is like normal boxing, so not kata, but good combos though. Also not traditional boxing because it's getting some kicks in there. But hey, when you get in an actual fight, you gotta do what you gotta do. Kick them in the balls if you have to. I guess the stairs are wet. Oh, it just says do not enter. This is such an awkward jog. I love it. Okay, so yeah, that is interesting that we're getting confirmation. It does seem like York delegated the investigation himself. He is not here on behalf of the FBI at all. Alright, seems like there's not much to look at aside from vending machines, so let's go ahead and go through that door.
Sang Rouge. Chasing it all over America. I feel like we're finally on the verge of finding something now. Don't you?
Oh, sorry.
I think it's about time we ordered a new briefcase.
I can't
Yes,
believe
know
the
this
old
one
music's
carries a lot
back.
of memories, but it's seen too much. This hole's from the shootout in Tucson. And this stains from Miami. Miami. Now, that was a fascinating case. Billy, our perp, cut his own torso right in two.
Billy? Isn't York's fake name Billy Bishop we've already established?
Even with the help of the drugs, a feat like that still requires incredible mental fortitude. I was so impressed that I forgot I'd left my briefcase on the floor. Same floor his blood gushed out onto.
I suppose if all of the music were to come back, it would make sense for it to be the FBI
I
special
know,
agent
Zach,
music.
I know now isn't the time for a trip down memory lane.
Evidence organization start.
An emergent drug that's been on
That's
the
it. It
rise in
just
4
slaps
southern
on the
states.
wall.
Personally, I think it originated right here in Louisiana. And Lise Clarkson's murder must be connected to it somehow.
Is it like... Is that a sample of the drug itself? Because if so, if it's red, it'd be interesting if the red seeds are used to make the drug.
The 16-year-old girl who was murdered.
Why would you put an axe like... What is this? Clue?
Her body was found beneath a bridge over the bayou, along with a strange altar.
It took me a second to even realize that York and Zach music is back too. Oh my lord.
The powerful man who essentially controls the town of Lucare, and he seems to be more fearsome than your average gangster. I doubt he'll be willing to cooperate with any law enforcement, Zach.
Evidence organized. Alright, we've cracked open the case. So he has the evidence in hand already. So it seems like he was planning on coming here to investigate the case.
Thinking about that movie we stopped to see on our way here.
But he's pretending like, oh, I just happened here on a coincidence.
The Island, 2005.
I was going to wonder if he said on the way here if he was going to have a 2005 movie in here.
For a movie being shown at a cinema complex, it was surprising.
I have not seen The Island. I've heard it's dumb. Well, I heard the trailer gives away the big twist.
Experimental setting mixed with hard-hitting drama.
Wasn't Ewan McGregor in that
art
one?
house sci-fi. That director's going to change the history of art house films.
He certainly is not. I will tell you that now.
Are you following me here? This is another special film that's setting a new standard, just like Star Wars and Blade Runner did.
I'm not sure that's correct.
This is a turning point, Zach. You may be witnessing the birth of a vital new word that will soon become a part of film history. Yes, this single movie may be responsible for creating a whole new genre several years down the line. A genre known as island movies. I sure like the sound of that. Don't you, Zach?
Did Swearing write that knowing York was just completely wrong? I feel like that's not true at all. Wait, it's a whole new case, part of the case to just answer the door? Yeah, David. This is fun. This is really fun. Looks like it can't really investigate anything further on the board, but having it all organized is really cool. I wish that happened to Deadly Premonition 1. That'd be a fun thing. I didn't play Origins, the Switch version, but that'd be a fun thing to add in there, because this hotel room is so huge, you could certainly fit it in on there. Rubber bullets! Non-lethal bullets that can be used in Mr. Alligator. What is that? A minigame? Alright, well, we're gonna go ahead and... yeah, take some first aid kits. That's always good. Yeah, let's take some rubber bullets. Hard to find cigarettes that York loves, slowly past time. Lollipop! Let's just look at all these, huh? Yeah, most of them are pretty straightforward. Colorful, smooth, and sweet. Loaded with butter, loved by all ages. Camp outside. It's cheap so it breaks easily. Anti-numb! Paralysis. Poison. What is this Pokemon game? I don't think we need any of that just yet.
I'm very satisfied with the decorations and the size of this closet.
Decorations?
And it's even got a security box. What else could a man ask for? It's proof that we're still safely inside the fringes of modern civilization.
And he did not think that about Greenvale, even though his hotel room was way bigger in Greenvale. You can use the closet to change clothes and send clothes out for dry cleaning. Okay, that's the exact same as the first game. Awesome. The go-to suit for investigating, perfect for any special agent, as good as new. Or I can have stylish brown, slick, refined, and tasteful. Slip it on after 5. We're good with the classic for now. What the F is this? I don't think that comes standard in most Louisiana hotel rooms. Yeah, honestly, that'd be really cool if that comes to life in a dream sequence. I'd be okay with that. Look at this thing. Bathroom, shave. Oh, there's no cutscene. That's okay. Maybe there's a cutscene if I actually, like, have a beard that I need to shave.
Due to the nature of our work, we've had to stay at hotels all over America. But Zach, do you know what I hate most about living out of a hotel? Shower pressure.
That's fair. If they're good hotels, they might have good shower pressure, but it is a risk every time.
The shower was invented so that human beings could quickly bathe in large quantities of water, correct? Yet there are far too many hotels in our nation that have showers with embarrassingly weak water pressure. It's an outrage. And I'll keep tooting my horn about this every chance I get, believe you me.
Toot your horn, York. Oh, and we're just gonna go in the shower. So this guy, I don't know how quick York takes a shower, but this guy has been waiting for several minutes. Your music just cuts out. The comic relief music is back.
Chef.
It's like the same soundtrack. That's really interesting.
Chef, what are you talking about, sir? I'm the concierge, David.
David Jawara, the concierge.
I just heard from our chef that you wish to learn the meaning behind our town's name.
Yes, I've gathered that Le Carre is French, but does it have any special meaning?
Why, yes, sir, of course it does. A very clear, logical meaning. All names have meanings. Would you like to know what this one means?
Yes, I would.
Jolly good, sir. Then allow me to explain. Le Carre means square in French.
Ah. And?
That's it.
That's it?
Yes, that's it.
Well, it's in the shape of a square, it looks like.
Do
You
take
could at
a
least say
gander at
that.
the town map in the lobby if it fancies you. It's beautiful, valuable, and old. I'm sure you'll understand once you see it. Now, please excuse me, sir. If you ever need anything, please don't hesitate to ask.
There's the awkward smile. I mean, he
Did you
hasn't
see
shown
that,
teeth
Zach?
yet.
That was clearly David. Not a twin, not a split personality, just the work of a true professional. It's bizarre, but I can understand it. Remember what they say, the job makes the man.
I was gonna ask, maybe there's twins, which would be weird that they have the same first name, but check out the old map. But no, it seems like it's literally just David. That's great. Oh, already cutscene time walking out.
Do you feel that, Zach? Dozens of paintings no one will ever see. The faint scent of tobacco baked into these walls for over a century. Now that's what I call a hotel. Zach, can you see him? His fashion sense is beyond me, but he appears to be a gentleman. Perhaps we should talk to him.
The painting?